Okay, so hi guys. I'm so glad um to be back. It's been yes, I guess it's been a week and a half that I haven't seen you. And I hope that you had a great time with Nan who was doing the classes. And I hope that you learned a lot because every teacher is always different. Every teacher will have something different to teach you, and every teacher will be different in a way. So I hope that you see something in Nan, and yeah, it was good for you. So I'm very glad that Nan, I was very happy. She took care of everything, and it looks like she took you to 12F, exactly where I wanted you to, and she was very good. She always let me know what was happening, and I was happy. So, yes, but now we are back, and um, I need to know, where did you finish? Because so you did 12F. Did you do the review for 12? Not the review? Okay, so let's do the review today, and then we'll get into the test because there's always a test on Friday. And then, as you know, we have, we have a test, and then we've got some other things to do. So let's get into it. I'm so glad to be back and to be doing what I love. So yes, let's get started. So 12 review. So let me give you a quick review about this unit. So the unit was called the Earth. Okay, so you were looking at the Earth. And the grammar that you had was looking at the future when you say will. So whenever we talk about the time in the future, that's not happening now, but in the future, we say will. And will verb. So I will see you tomorrow. I will speak to you tomorrow. I will read the book tomorrow, whatever. Next year, next line. Hi, Jimin. How are you? So that's the future tense, the simple future tense. And I'll open up my notes from when I did this unit last time. So I'll quickly give you a review, and then we'll get into the So then we said the simple future tense is will. So all you do, you have the subject, I, you, he, she, it, they, we, will, verb. So remember, it's not happening now. You're talking about tomorrow, next week, next year, next summer, whatever. To make it a negative, you just add not. I will not see you tomorrow. Or you can connect it by saying won't. Or subject, won't, verb. I won't see you tomorrow. So just be careful. There's no ed here. There's no ing to the action word. And you can also make questions. We've always said that when you make a question, remember, you have to not start with the subject, but start with the verb. So will I see you tomorrow? So you see, it's not the subject, it's the verb that makes a question. And that's how we do it. If you want, you can make it with a negative. Won't I see you tomorrow? And when we use will, it's quite certain. So if I say I will see you tomorrow, it means I'm 100% sure. That's exactly what is going to happen. I will do my homework. I will speak to Maria. I will whatever action. It's 100% certain. I'm very sure about it. If I'm, yeah. Yeah, it's the action is going to happen 100%. Yeah. Hey, how are you, Angela? Good? I'm very well, thank you. Don't go, sorry, going. I'm going to the gym. Yeah, well, they're both the same because they are in the future. I'm going to the gym and I will go to the gym. You can pick one, but you must use the correct grammar. So if it's I'm going, you have to put to verb. I'm going to see my friend tomorrow. I will see my friend tomorrow. The exact same action. The hey, how are you, David? So the only reason you use going to, maybe because someone said to you, what are you going to do tomorrow? So then you're going to respond, I am going to the gym. But if I said to you, what will you do tomorrow? I will go to the gym. So they're both the same. You can use whichever one you want, but it depends when someone asks you a question, you must respond in the same grammar tense. That's the only difference. But they're both, if you're starting the sentence, you can pick whichever one you want. I could say, hey, Letizia, guess what? Tomorrow, I am going to the cinema. Or I could say, hey, Letizia, guess what? Tomorrow, I will go to the cinema. I mean, it doesn't matter, but only when someone asks me the question, then I must respond in the same way. So that's the difference. Now, if we're not 100% sure about the action, we say think. I think I will go to the gym tomorrow. I'm not sure. Maybe, like I think I might. I think I might go to the gym tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure. And to make that one a negative, I don't think I will go to the gym tomorrow. So that's what you looked at the beginning of the unit, the future tense. And then let's see, what else did you look at? You also looked at using the. So if you remember, you looked at when do you use the definite article the? You use it when you talk about a river, the River Nile, an island, ocean and seas, the Pacific Ocean, mountain, the Blue Mountains. When you use these words, states, kingdom, republic, so the United States of America, the United Kingdom, the Republic of whatever country. When you've got these words east and west, when you talk about the deserts, so the Sahara Desert is an example. Names of the planets. So, you know, the Earth. When you talk about countries, that are plural. So the, can't remember which countries are plural. The Philippines. When you put north, east, south, west, so the northern parts of Africa, when you have the tower or union. So you would have all gone through that in unit. That would have been all from unit 12B. Then the other grammar, I think that was your grammar. So very simple. The future, simple with the will. This one, the future simple tense with will, and then using the. So let's practice it with our exercises for Unit 12 review, which you haven't done. Is that right? So let's look at that and get some practice. So I'll just... not this one. Unit 12, extra 2. Okay, so we're in the extra, so the review, page 152. Okay, let's do some practice. So we have complete the conversation with ill. So remember, that's when we connect the subject, I'll, she'll, he'll, will, you'll, or will or won't. Won't is the negative. So if I said I think, remember we said we can add think before will, which just means we're not 100% sure. So I think we will. Yeah, I think we will live. Yeah, I think we will live on the moon in the future. And B says no, we. So it's a negative because it's got the no. No, we. No, we won't. No, we won't. 2, something the earth get warmer. Now remember, it's a question, so start with the verb. Will. Will the earth get warmer? Number 3, yeah. It's a question. Start with the verb. Will. And then it's got the subject. The verb, get warmer. It depends. It will. It will, yeah, it will in some places, in some countries, but it won't, because it's got the but. So you can start to hear a negative. It's like saying, I will see you tomorrow, but I won't see you till after 5 o'clock. So when there's a but, it sounds like there's a won't coming after it. But it won't in others. Number 3, it's a question. Will deserts get larger? Yes, I think they will. Now, when did we have to use this one? Let me see. I think we'll, maybe the first one, you can make it, if you want the first one, you can make it like that. I think we'll, so for number 1, I can make it this one. I think we'll live on the moon in the future. That should be, any questions with that? Should be simple. It's just the future, simple, and there's a negative in there. How are you? Good. Your name is Edward. Okay, yes, Edward. Okay, so number 2, write the, or maybe it doesn't have the for these places. So do we say the Polynesian Islands? Yes, we do. We say the when we talk about the islands, so the Polynesian Islands. Do we say that's a city? Do we say the Michigan? No, because it's a city. We don't say the Adelaide. We just say Adelaide. I live in Adelaide, not I live in the Adelaide. Do we say the Atlantic Ocean? Yes, for names, for oceans, we say the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean. Do we say the Atlas Mountains? Yes, because it's a plural mountain. Do we say the Africa? No, we don't say the Australia. So we don't need the. Do we say the Yangtze River? Yeah. the River Nile, the Amazon River. Yeah, for rivers, we must say the. Mount Kilimanjaro. We don't, because it's not a plural mountain. It's just Mount Everest. You don't say the Mount Everest. You just say Mount Everest. I climbed Mount Everest. It's not plural. This one is plural. There's an S. So only if the mountain has an S, then you say the, whatever the name is, mountains. United Arab Emirates. Do you say the United Arab Emirates? Yeah. Anytime we see United, the United States of America, the United Arab Emirates. Yeah. So you have to remember those rules. Okay, so then you looked at some measurements. This one was Celsius. So in Australia and the UK, when we talk about temperature, Celsius, meters, kilogram, percent, and square kilometer. So let's read. We have Easter Island is in the southeastern Pacific Ocean. And its area is 163 square kilometers. Yeah, square kilometers. The climate is warm, like the temperature. The climate is warm with an average temperature of about 20 degrees Celsius. So we say it 20 degrees Celsius. So this is how it's pronounced, degrees Celsius. The island is famous for 887 statues called Maori. The largest Maori weighs 74,389 kilograms. Yeah. So anytime we talk about the weight of something, how heavy something is, kilograms. And it's 9.8 meters tall. 3,790 people live on the island. 60% of the population are Rapano. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. The ancestors, that means like the olden generation of this people built the Marau. These ones. I'm not sure the pronunciation. Amazing. So Easter Island. Let's have a look where this place is. Easter Island. Yeah. So there we go. Easter Island. It's next to Chile. So it's between Australia and South America. So that's the place we're talking about, Easter Island. Okay, let's do the next part. I think it looks like vocab. Questions using how. So how big is Easter Island? Yeah, how big? How warm? Whenever we talk about temperature, warm. Warm. How warm is the climate? Or how cold, you can ask. How cold is the temperature? How freezing is the weather? How warm is the weather? How tall is the largest Maori? Let me see how to pronounce this. M-O-A-I. So how tall? Moai. 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 Okay. So how tall is the largest Moai? Hmm. How many people live on the island? Good. So we know we've got questions that start with how, because we know the same thing. We've got questions that start with the 6 W's: what, when, why, where, which. And these are how questions. So how, and then usually there's an adjective. How tall, how smart, how beautiful, how amazing, how whatever. So usually how plus adjective. Okay, choose the correct options. So if I said I'm from Italy and my family always spends the summer by the Mediterranean, Ocean, sea, the Mediterranean Sea. Yeah, yeah, the Mediterranean Sea. So that's just the name of the ocean. It's a sea. Yeah, Mediterranean Sea. Ocean. How do you know? Because the sea is closest to the land. So the ocean is the big space, like the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. But when it comes near the land, that's when it's a sea. The Mediterranean Sea, the examples of seas. Hey, Rona. The Mediterranean Sea, South China Sea, East China Sea, Red Sea. So all these seas are very close to the land. That's why the 7 seas, the American Mediterranean seas, there's lots of them. The Caribbean, why? Because it's next to the land. The Gulf of, next to the, yeah. Okay. Number 2, is it lake or river Amazon? Yeah, the river. It's a river. The river Amazon. Greenland is the largest. It's an island. Island. Remember, the S is silent. Island. Greenland is the largest island in the world. Now, if you remember from a couple of units ago, when we compare, we add EST. And because we're not comparing Greenland to another country, we're comparing it to the world. So it's the EST, not is larger than, is the largest in the world, because we're comparing it in the whole world. So we have to put EST to the adjective. So remember, that's your comparing. Number 4, we all think they are cold places, but the Arctic and the Antarctic are also, they're actually also deserts. deserts. Okay, let's go to number 8. Number 8, and then we'll get to some extra materials. So number 8, delete the words that are wrong. So good morning and thank you for coming. You don't need you. It's just good morning, everyone. Good morning, all, and thank you for coming. Number 2, my name's Eva and I'm from the Germany. What's wrong with that sentence? Yeah, we don't need the. Countries, we do not need the. So I'm from Australia. I'm from Brazil. So we do not need the. When you have a country, do not put the in front of it. Number 3, today I am going to talk about my company. We don't need am. I'm going. So cross that one off. I'm going. That's using the future continuous. I'm going to talk about my new company. If we want to make it in the future simple, today I will talk about my company. Number 4, first of all, the company has began in 1965. Yeah. In, no, because you need to say in, you know, I was born in 19, whatever. You need the word in. Has, yeah. Now, the reason is because this action is already started and finished. So we need the past simple, you know, with the ED, except if there's a regular. So first of all, the company and then verb, began. The company started in 1965, not has started. The company began in 1965. Began is another word for started. So we do not need has. The only reason you put has is when the action is still continuing. Like I have lived in Australia for 3 years, for example. I have, or she has worked in the cafe for 3 years. So only when it's a continuing action, we say has verb. But we don't need it here because it's a finished, completed action. So you need the past simple with the ED, but this is irregular. Number 5, in conclusion, I think the company will to grow in the future. Oh. Yeah, because we know when we do the future simple, we just need to put subject, will, and then straight away verb. There's no other words in the middle. The company will grow. So there's no to. The company, that's the subject, will grow. Okay, so that's the rule. We don't need and. Hey, Solange, how are you? Good? Good. Number 6, thank you very much for your listening. Your, we don't need your. Thank you very much for listening. There's no your. Okay, so let's get into the extra materials then. So that was the review. And now we're going to do some extra materials. Now, just let me know, where did you do this page with Nan? You did this one? Okay. Did you do, yeah, here, this page? This page, yes. Okay. Oh, only first and second. Okay, so you're up to this page. Yeah? This page? Okay, so the article, remember the, when do we say the and when we don't need the? So let me put up those rules and then we can look at them at the same time. So we use the, I won't go through the rules because I just talked about it before. So remember, these are the rules when we use it and when we don't use the. So let's get to the exercise. So the first one, they did it for us. This is Anouk. She's from the Netherlands. The only reason we do put the is because this is a plural country. The Netherlands, there's an S. If the country didn't have an S at the end of it, like Australia, Brazil, Colombia, then we say she's from Colombia. She's from Brazil. She's from Australia. But because the country has S, the Netherlands. Number 2, Sri Lanka is in Indian Ocean. Is in the. So the, we need the here. Is in the Indian Ocean. Number 3, Earth is 384,000 kilometers from the moon. Because we said for planets, we must put the moon from the Earth. Paris is famous for the Eiffel Tower. In the past, Black Sea was part of the Atlantic Ocean. The Black Sea, yeah. The Black Sea, the names of seas, the Mediterranean Sea, the Black Sea, the Number 6, there are 27 countries in the European Union. So anytime we have the word union, river Ganges goes through India. Yes, the. Slovakia is next to Czech Republic. To the Czech Republic. So anytime we have words like republic, the Czech Republic, the Dominican Republic, you need the Czech Republic. Okay, so good. That's some examples with using the. We also have to rearrange. So Taj Mahal be in India. How do we make a sentence?
Taj Mahal is in India.
Is in India. Yeah. So Taj Mahal is in India.
With the B, the Taj Mahal.
Yeah, the Taj Mahal. No, because it says just add the definite article. Yes. So we need to add the Taj Mahal is in India. Because we need to change the B, we have to put it in is, are, or am. Anytime you have like big structures like this, the Taj Mahal, the Egyptian pyramids, we need to say the pyramids, the Taj Mahal, the the cathedral, the whatever. If it's a big structure, like we say the Colosseum, yes. Yeah, the Colosseum is in Italy. Same thing. The Colosseum is in Italy. So any big structures that man-made big structures or even maybe natural structures. Number 2, South Pole be in Antarctica. Now remember, that's just a verb, be, but we need to put am, is, or are in the present. So the South Pole is in Antarctic. Antarctic is in the Antarctic. Is in the Antarctic. There's two the South Pole is in the Antarctic. Number 3, Panama Canal connects Pacific Ocean to Atlantic. How do we make a sentence?
Panama Canal connects the Pacific Ocean to Atlantic.
Yeah, to the, so you got, there's to the, actually 3. The Panama Canal connects the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic. We know we have to put the with oceans, with canals, rivers, lakes, and Atlantic. Number 4, Tower of London be in centre London. The is in the, yeah, center of London. Anytime we put the center of the city, the center of the house, the center of whatever. So anytime you use that word center, you need to say the center of. So you always connect the center of. Question 3, cross out the. So now we need to take it off. The first one, they did it for us. Last year, we went on a tour of North America. Because continents, we don't say the Australia, we just say Australia. Last year, we went on a tour of North America. We went on a tour of Europe, of Africa. Number 2, we went on a tour of the White House. Yes, because the White House is a building, it's a structure. So we say the White House. The same like we said the Taj Mahal, the pyramids, the White House. So that's correct. Number 3, my parents live on the Mulberry Road. So my parents live on, you don't need the, Mulberry Road. So when you have roads, you don't need the. The California, that's the name of a state, is famous for Hollywood. You don't need the. California is famous for Hollywood. Mount Etna is in the Sicily. Sicily is a country. Yeah, we cross off the. So Mount Etna is in Sicily. There's no the. So we can cross that off. The Atacama Desert is in Chile. That's correct. Yep. If it said is in the Chile, no, because we don't put the in front of countries. Number 7, Beijing is the capital city of the Republic of China. Yeah. Yep, because we've got the word republic, the Republic of whatever country. I work in the north of the city. Yeah, when we have north and south, I work in the south of the city. I live in the east of the city. Anytime we have these words, north, east, south, and west, we must say the north of, the south of, the west of. Number 9, the 10 Downing Street is the home of the UK Prime Minister. You don't need the, you just say the address. You say 10 Peary Street is my address, is the home of my family. So you do not need the in front of the address. Incorrect. Number 10, 6 countries are around the Red Sea. Yeah. Another word for are around, surround. But yeah, we need the, so that's correct, tick. Okay, we have okay, the next part, we have to make sure we're using the correct verb and adjective. So which is, that's an adjective. Which is bigger? Yeah, we need to put the ER, which is bigger, because we want to compare. So when we compare, we add the ER, which is bigger? My house or your house? Which is bigger? The, we know oceans, we have to put the, so it should say the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean. So that's how the question should look. Which is bigger, the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean? So we learnt about putting an ER to the adjective when we want to compare. Because the adjective is big, I could just say my house is big, but when I want to talk about my house and someone else's house, my house is bigger than his house. Next question. Which of these 4 countries is, so it's like I'm comparing, is, that's the adjective, close, is closer. So it should say closer. Which of these 4 countries is closer to the equator? They're countries, so we don't need the. So Egypt. Now this is a country with a plural, so yes, it should say the Maldives. Actually, pronunciation is
Maldives.
the Maldives.
Maldives.
The Maldives. So which of these 4 countries is closer? Make sure there's an ER, is closer. I'm comparing one noun to another noun. Egypt. So we don't need the Egypt. But yes, we do need to say the Maldives. Maldives.
Maldives.
The Mexico. No, should just say Mexico. The New Zealand. No, we just say New Zealand. So the Philippines, yes. So because it's the plural country, the Philippines. So you only have if the country name has an S, then you say the. But if not, Mexico, Egypt, Australia. Okay, number 3. It's midday in name of a country in America. So we don't need the. It's midday in America. People it's midday in America. Do people get up or have, no, what's the question? People get up or have dinner in New Zealand? Yeah, people get up or have dinner. I don't know. I don't understand this one, how to do it. Yeah, number 3, I'm not sure. It's midday in America. The only thing I can think about is day in America. People get up or have dinner. Yeah, no, number 3, I'm not sure. It's confusing. Number 4, last week you yeah, because it says last week, so ED, past complete action. It's not happening now. It's a finished action, so ED. So last week you sailed down. Now it's got in the world, so I'm comparing. So I must say the 3rd longest, remember the EST, river in the world. So last week you sailed down the 3rd longest river in the world. Which was it? So we're asking a question. Which was it? The Amazon? Yes, because we say the Amazon River. The Yangtze or the Mississippi? So we need the for all of them because they're the names of rivers. So we need the Amazon, the Yangtze, and the Mississippi. So make sure there's a the for all of the names of the river. Number 5, you decided, if we're going to go for the past simple, you decided to walk up each of these buildings. Which which takes the longest time? Which takes the longest, because we're comparing of all of them, which takes the longest time? Which building takes the longest time? Maybe you could say which building? The Eiffel Tower, yes, because we know when we talk about structure, the Eiffel Tower, the Taj Mahal. So the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, yeah, the Empire State Building, or the Burj Al Arab. So all names of buildings. So yes, the. Okay, so we'll do the next part. So did you understand? Again, it's when to put the was the important part, but also when we compare, we had to say closer, the bigger, and we said the longest, the longest. So when you're comparing, if you're comparing something to something else, then we say ER. If it's to many of them, we say EST, which is the longest river in the world. Which takes the longest time? Let's see that there's answers in the bottom. The Pacific Ocean, the Maldives, getting up. Getting up. People getting up. Okay, let's do the next page, the extension. Sorry, the next page, the extra practice here. So going back to measurements, when we talk about all these measurements. So number 1, they did it for us. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius and freezes at 100 degrees Celsius. Number 2, I don't know how to pronounce that one. Jiangsu Bay Bridge in China is 26.7 kilometers. Because we're talking about distance, kilometers. Kilograms is the heaviness of something, how heavy something is. So when it's distance, how far, we say kilometers. or meters or whatever, miles. So that's how we know the difference. Number 3, a blue whale, the largest mammal, weighs about, so now we're talking about how heavy something is. Yeah, kilograms, 120,000 kilograms. Because we're talking about weight. Number 4, the size of a human lung is about 70 square meters. We're talking about area, the size of a place or something. So 70 square meters.
What is life?
Your lungs, like inside here where you breathe. Yeah, your lungs. Yeah, the next one. Square meters. Yeah. It's so.
Square meter. 70 square meters. How?
I don't know. I can't imagine what 70 square meters looks like.
Some houses.
No, you mean 70. Are you sure you mean square meters or? Oh, yeah, you're right. Because with land, square meters. Yeah. 70, I don't know. Yeah, square meters. It's hard to imagine what it looks like. Yeah. 70 square.
The big lump.
That's 70 square meters. Maybe they mean, maybe it's a mistake. 70 square centimeters. Yeah. Well, let's have a look. The size. So what is? Yeah, I don't know what.
You can put the area in square centimeters. One area in square centimeters.
I don't know. Yeah, that measurement. Because what is the size of the human lung? The size of a human lung is about 70 square meters. It has to be this one, yeah. Okay. Number 5, over 90 liters of the world's supply of fresh water is in Antarctica. So liters or percent, no percent, 90%. Sorry, number 5%. Over 90% of the world's supply of fresh water is in Antarctica. And the last one, the average person will drink liters. So whenever we're talking about liquid, something that's water, like water, liquid, how much of it, we say liters. That's one of many measurements. You can say liters, milliliters, ounces, whatever. Okay, number 2, more measurements. So temperature, 100 degrees. I think that's from the same question above. The area, yeah, so I got this from above. So the first one, 100 degrees is temperature. Number 2, 26.7 is kilometers. These are the numbers from up here. And then I put the measurement, the name of the measurement here, temperature, kilometers, kilograms, meters square, percent, liter. So that's the same. From question 1 and 2, all I did was circle which one was the right answer. And then for number 2, I'm writing temperature, kilometers, kilograms, meters square, percent, liter, and then the numbers just like here on the side. Okay, let's go to number 3. Complete the tables with these words. So we looked at desert, forest, island, lake, mountain, ocean, river, sea. Areas of water, which ones are like that have water in them? Lake, lake, yeah, ocean, ocean, river, sea. Yep, we need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. River. Areas of land. So land will be desert, forest, island, mountain. Okay, so all we did, divide the names of places that have water and the names of places that are not with water. Okay, number 4. So again, the future simple with will. So unless we add think in front of it, it's still I think, subject, will, verb, or subject, will, verb. So number 1, I think everyone will speak Chinese in the future. Number 2, the global population will increase to 10 billion. So the global population will increase. How big the world will be, it will increase to 10 billion. I think now it's at 8 billion. So the whole world population, how much people will increase to 10 billion. So remember, we also use will to make a prediction. A prediction means what I think will happen. Like, I think tomorrow it will rain. Not just about our plans. Tomorrow I will see my friend, but what I think will happen. Number 3, I think there will be more rain in my country. Will be. Number 4, the earth will get. Yep, the earth will get warmer, the day will get warm, the day will get brighter. So we use get with these adjectives: warmer, brighter, beautiful. more people will work from home. Yeah, will work. Let's finish at number 5 and then have a break. So I know we're a little bit over ready for the test on at 7. So won't is the negative. So people won't verb. People won't live in cities. Number 2, we won't we won't have petrol cars. We won't have, because they think it's all going to be electric. So we won't have petrol cars. We will have electric cars. We won't have. Number 3, English won't be. Remember, we're using negative. Won't be the number 1 language in the world. So these are predictions. These are ideas that we think will happen or that will not happen. It won't be. Number 4, we won't have enough food. Number 4, we won't have enough food to feed everyone. Yes, we won't drive for number 2. Number 4, we won't have enough food. Number 5, it won't, yeah, in some parts of the world, it won't rain. Okay, so let's have a break. So recap future simple with will or won't if it's a negative, and your measurements. What else did we look at? And using the. That was unit 12. But you've got the test of unit 10, 11, and 12. Yes, I forgot to tell Nan to tell you. So it's going to be 10, 11, and 12. So you got half an hour. We'll come back at 7. If you want to look back at unit 10 and 11. But unit 12, as I said, the future simple with will, the future simple, will or won't, and then using I think, just to make it a little bit less 100%. I think I will see you tomorrow is very different to I will see you tomorrow. And then we looked at using the, make sure you know when to use the, and when to talk about measurements. Make sure you know when to talk about measurements. Okay, so we'll come back for the test. So that was unit 12 review and a bit of extra materials that we did for today. Until next time.